And take you through day one. We covered three things on day one. The first is creating a positive first impression. Now, it's interesting, across just about every culture, it's the same. We're very quick to make judgments about people when we first meet them. We're very fast. And we're very slow to change that judgment. So when we meet someone, we make a judgment, we tend to stick with that judgment. It's rare that we rewind it. So when you're a speaker, or when you're addressing a group, or having a meeting, that first impression is not something that you want to leave to chance. It's something that you should design very carefully. And so what we teach in this part is how to have a very positive first impression, because people tend to stick with that having made it initially. In the first day, we also look at increasing our credibility, because the message might be fantastic, the data might be fantastic, but if I don't come across as trustworthy or credible, it doesn't matter. You will not accept the message. So we, as speakers, as presenters, have to establish a lot of credibility with our audience so that they follow the things that we're suggesting. And we deal with presenting complex information. So in many businesses, it could be a highly technical business, and sometimes if you're dealing with a very similar technical audience, it's not too bad because they can follow it. But if you're dealing with an audience who are not as technically minded as a speaker, you have to take these very complex pieces and break them down so the audience can follow what you're talking about, and we deal with that particularly. So, with first impressions on day one, again, positive. We try and identify some personal objectives for the 2 days, how to develop some rapport with your audience, and also have a vision for yourself as a great communicator, someone who can communicate with impact. Sort of sets the tone for the 2 days at the beginning. Second session on increasing credibility, presenting a positive image of your organization and yourself, because when we meet you, we make a judgment not just about you, we make a judgment about your entire organization. If we like you, we have a positive impression of the whole organization. If we doubt you, we doubt the whole organization. If you seem very unprofessional, we think, well, that's not a very professional organization. You might be one employee in thousands, but we judge the whole thing based on you. So when we're out there networking or meeting, we have to make sure we're representing the company and the organization in a way we're getting the right impression. And how to project enthusiasm. I just gave a demonstration before. No energy, no enthusiasm. This does not sell the message. We buy people's passion and belief in what they're talking about. So even though your message might be fantastic, Dale Carnegie Training is the best presentation skills training company in the world. They're the words. If I don't say it with any passion, you doubt it. You think, I don't know about that. It doesn't seem like they're very good. So we need to have that. And also, confidence. And this is where we start to build up your own self-belief that you can do this. And then, how to have good evidence. How to have good evidence to back up what you're saying. So, a good opening, a clear point backed up with evidence, point evidence, and a good closing. Very important. Last part of day one, we're presenting complex information. We try and do this in a way that it communicates information in an interesting way to an audience, so that even though it's technical, they can follow the structure. And we try and relate to their level. We understand where our audience is in terms of sophistication about this particular data or idea, and then very important to have a logical progression of ideas. And try and also to have some emotional contact, not just dry logic. Try to make it come alive a little bit. So presenting complex information is one of the most difficult things we ever have to do, because often the subject matter can be very dry. We teach you ways to bring out something that's more interesting to the audience than just dry materials.